Hey everyone, it's me and my cat, whose name is Kitty. Huh? Huh? Who's a kitty cat, huh? Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Standing for Truth's YouTube channel, I'll be debating Kent Hovind again. I will upload the full debate tomorrow to my channel. That's my channel announcement. So there's no debate video or anything going up today. But I've been wanting to make a video where I talk to you guys, the viewers, for a little bit about a few things. So I figured today would be an okay time to do that. YouTube actually is my job now, which is kind of weird. It's always been a hobby. I've always wanted it to be my job, and now it is, but not exactly by choice. I view this as an opportunity to really make something really cool out of it, but what it is right now is still just kind of a hobby that I am relying on. The idea of this actually being the future is really cool to me. I like that idea. However, it does need to change a little bit. And I recognize that that is on me to do. If I am creating the product, then I need to make the product good enough to be consumed by lots of people so that it's actually profitable for me. I want to bounce around some ideas that I've had to you, and I will read every single comment on this video. So in my mind, I think, well, if I'm making stuff that they want to see, then that should be positive and beneficial and lead to growth for the channel. So I want to know what you think and have to say and what your ideas are. Before we get to that, I'll just say a couple of things. The number one easiest thing for you to do is just simply to subscribe if you don't already. I have no idea why this is, but I've looked at my YouTube analytics before, and I've seen that in 2 months where I have the exact same number of views, in one of those months, if I gained a lot more subscribers, for some reason, you make significantly more money that way. It makes no sense because if the views and the watch hours are the same, that would mean that the number of ads that have been watched is presumably the same. But for some reason, the more subscribers you have, the more you make, even if the other stuff remains the same. I also have a Patreon. My Patreon tiers are only $3 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, but it is still a big ask. And I a long time ago said, if I'm going to have a Patreon, then I have to give back to people on Patreon. It's the only thing that makes any sense. So there's free artwork for every Patreon member. If you're a $5 member, then you get every single video I do. I upload it so you can watch it without ads because YouTube Premium is like $20 a month now. I do my best to upload an audio version too. I don't know what is going on with Patreon lately, but audio files are not uploading lately, and I don't know why. I would say about 2/3 of the time it works, 1/3 of the time it doesn't work. And if you're a $10 member, you get all that other stuff, and then there's a free digital copy of my book that you get as well. If any of you have ideas for what would get you to be, a Patreon supporter, even if it's only like at the $3 level, then please let me know. One thing I do not want to do, I have no plans of doing this, is to ever paywall anything. I don't put videos that you can only watch on Patreon. I'm just not going to do that because the education and the entertainment is meant to go to as many people as possible, not as few a people as I can use to leverage making money off of it. I did have a merchandise store. I do technically still have it, but it's currently non-operational because it costs $40 a month and I wasn't getting any sales. I would sell like 1 or 2 things a month. So I was either losing money or breaking even. I still have a lot of merch, like my t-shirts. I have 4 different t-shirt designs. There's some artwork for like phone wallpapers and stuff you can get on that website too for like absolutely dirt cheap, like $1. And you can also, I have a whole bunch of Spankies. They're in a different room, but you can get a Spanky. I think I probably will reopen my merch store very soon. It really only takes a couple of clicks to do it, but I do have twice as many subscribers now than I did when I turned my store on. You know what? I'm just going to do it. My merchandise store it's literally going to be open by the time you see this video. Fuck it, why not? Now for ideas about the channel, like what I actually produce here. I have a few ideas, and again, please write down whatever your ideas are. I'll look at them, I'll think about them, I'll see if that's something I can do, know how to do, have time for. I love history. I absolutely love it. I have some really good history books over here. I've been thinking about doing some history videos that would be like really long. I'm actually currently working on one. It's about the conquest of the Inca Empire, essentially. So it would be kind of like a narrative sort of thing. I'd be reading from a script, so you probably wouldn't see my face at all during the video, but I'd have to compile a bunch of images and things like that. That kind of project takes a huge amount of time, but if the views on it are really great, then that justifies it. I have no idea if that's going to work, but I'm going to make one and see how people like it. I've been thinking about doing science lesson videos, not exactly like pretending I'm in the classroom, but just teaching science concepts. The debates are meant to educate because, like, yes, they're entertaining. That's probably one of the number one draws. But I know that people learn things when they watch my videos, so that you can defend science against people that make anti-scientific claims. So I've been thinking about taking concepts and disciplines in science, basically just following like the standards that you have to teach in high school, and just making condensed videos that just very matter-of-factly tell you what the facts are behind the formation of stars, the formation of a planet, basic geology, fossils, genetics, DNA, whatever. And then you can use that information to, formulate defenses and responses in your own style. I'm not going to tell you what to say or how to go about doing the debate, but you'll know what the facts are. Don't know how popular that would be, but those would be really easy for me to make, at least. For a long time, the only thing I uploaded on YouTube were my TikTok debates. But now that I've started doing like the reaction videos and things like that, debate videos actually aren't my most popular videos. The reaction stuff can be a little bit hit or miss, but they're by far my more popular videos, and it's like not even close. I like doing the interviews, like getting somebody like Dr. Joshua Bowen in here and other people that are actual experts in things. I find that to be really valuable, but those actually perform worse than anything. And the podcast is so stupid. I do have some concepts of a plan for doing some type of collaborative stuff. I'm going to try to talk to some other people to see if, I don't know, maybe we can just combine to make a bigger YouTube channel or something like that. I'm never going to leave this one. And to be honest, if there's one thing I know I need to be doing more, it's live streaming. And I don't really have a good excuse, except that I guess I just don't know what to do when I live stream. I mean, just sitting there awkwardly being like, okay, chat, what do you guys want to talk about? That just isn't going to work. Maybe I guess I'm not as creative as I should be. If you have ideas for live streams, please let me know what they would be. Answering super chats would be extremely effective for me. I mean, if I do a live stream and it's like 2 hours long and, I don't know, 1,000 people watch it and I get 50 super chats, even if they're $2 super chats, that's worth it. I know creators do Ask Me Anythings, and those opportunities are only available for people that are on Patreon, but then the video they make goes up on YouTube. So I guess that's potentially something I could do. I could throw that into a Patreon tier. If you made it this far, thank you so much for bearing with me. You are a super supporter if you are still here, and you're doing a huge service for me for the millionth time. Whatever ideas you have, please share those, and I will see you tonight and tomorrow.